Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at The Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. Edwards Media Solutions. Edwards Media Solutions delivers custom marketing strategies with easy-to-track results for any industry. Schedule a free consultation today at area code 832-304-5757 or visit their website at www.edwardsmediasolutions.com. Session Boutique. Session Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your fashion needs, from mom to businesswoman or just being classy and cute. Check out Session Boutique at www.shopsessionboutique.com.
Hey, yo, what's good, my peeps? Welcome to Startup Masters. That's right, the podcast channel, the illest network that's going to drop gem after gem, nugget after nugget for the entrepreneur, the solopreneur, the mompreneur, the serialpreneur. All the preneurs are right here. My name is Kalia Guillory, your host. You can follow me across all social media platforms. The easiest way to follow me is to catch me at KOGpassion.com. And boy, am I so excited for you to spend this time with us today. Ain't that right, G?
You know it's right, because it's Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday.
What up, peeps? Welcome back to Startup Masters. I'm your co-host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. And of course, you're in the place to be. We're talking entrepreneur gems. We're talking about the things that occur in businesses that you don't always hear about or see, but guess what? They help take the business to the next level. And we always try to bring the best of the best on our show to have these conversations because we need the back end details. We need to know about these trials and tribulations, the things that are happening in people's livelihoods that have migrated their businesses, have made them pivot, and have pushed them to the next level of excellence. And we have that person here at the table. I've known this gentleman for quite some time. He has a show here at the Sphere Podcast Studios, and this young man has been grinding and working hard in probably a home near you since 1999. We're talking about the one, the only, the magical owner of Digital Light himself, JJ Cannon. What up, JJ?
Oh my goodness, thank you. That is quite an entrance there.
Man, use that on your show.
I get a lot of applause there.
We will cut that and get
like
that.
Standing
live
ovation.
Audience
Standing
here.
ovation
I
for you,
like
sir.
that. Whew, thank you.
That's how it's supposed to be, sir. Tip
How
of the
y'all
hat.
doing? Thanks for having me in.
We're doing well. How are you, good sir?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
A long day. Hard at it. Excited to talk business with y'all's audience. So thanks for having me in.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, definitely, man. And the beautiful piece of this is that your business, and this is personal. So for those that are tuned in right now on Spotify, I'm gonna get a little personal. For those that are watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I love tech, man.
I couldn't tell.
And
I couldn't tell.
You live and breathe this thing just like I do. So I'm excited to hear about how you brought your business to fruition, obviously from infancy, talking about what you're doing today. And then, of course, we got to hit the 5, 10, 20-year plan.
All right, let's do it.
You ready to take us on this journey?
Let's do it.
All right, everybody who's tuned in right now, remember, especially our Facebook Livers, we see you in the building. Want to say what's up to you all and anyone on our Discord side that's here for the entire show. Remember, folks, Facebook, first 15 minutes is all you get. So make sure you drop your questions and you get subscribed or hop on the Discord side. So, JJ, take us back in time. Hop in this DeLorean, hit 88 miles an hour. Take us back to 1999 when this business, Digital Delight, came to fruition. What was going on in your life?
Oh, 99. I just got married.
Okay.
I was living up in Dallas. I was booking bands. I was working in clubs, and I was
Really?
like, yeah. I was like,
What were you doing in clubs? You was a bouncer?
no,
Let me find out you got muscle.
I was man, these guns. I'm like Chuck Norris on the
I
here.
hear that.
So yeah, I was working in the clubs, booking bands, and got married and figured, I wanted to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And looking through the newspaper back in the day, it's this piece of paper with
I know,
ink
right?
on it.
Exactly.
And you
You used to
have
look for
search and
jobs
hope
over there to
somebody answers.
classify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I finally got a job with a guy that was installing satellite. It's when these small satellite dishes just came out. Started working with him. Also did a little bit of audio with his firm. Figured that my wife and I could make a good go at it back in Houston, where we were originally from.
Okay.
And started out with Bandit Signs in Rosenberg, and just putting home theater installer on there. And then I got my big break whenever I teamed up with the Bose Corporation out at Katy Mills Mall and told them who I was, let them know that I'd been installing for a good 4 or 5 years, wink, and that I could do it. And they started handing my card out, and it just generated and started from there.
Oh,
and as
nice.
tech has changed and evolved, so has our business, over time.
I'm sure.
Did you catch that hustle?
Oh, come on. You hear it?
I went into the Bose store
Yo,
and told them who I was.
let me talk to
Yeah.
the supplier.
Listen, you sitting on $1 million idea because you don't even have a $10 hustle.
Come on.
I hit up every Radio Shack because they were all installing.
R.I.P. Radio Shack.
Yeah, and I hit up like every satellite installation company that sold satellite dishes because I was good at satellite. And as I was in clients' homes, they started asking if I could do additional things. And flat panel televisions came out, Blu-ray players came out, and just as things started to come out, I started educating myself on what else was possible.
Sure.
And then I also joined an organization called CEDIA, which is an acronym for Custom Electronic Design Installation Association, and started developing relationships with manufacturers and seeing what other products that I could offer to our clientele.
I like that. So let's get us right at this moment between I'm with Bose. We're having these
Yeah.
conversations, and they're passing out my cards. You're starting to go to clientele homes to make installations. Talk about some of the trials and tribulations you were experiencing doing these initial installs.
Brother, I was a solo act for like 7-8 years, and I was doing it on my own and working out of the house a little bit, trying to open up a space, trying to figure out how to hire employees.
Come on.
Oh, there's sales tax that I got to pay.
Talk about
little
it.
bit of a
Liability insurance. What's
Talk
what's
about it.
this? Taxes. I got to do. Oh my gosh, pain. It was a lot of pain. I figured I did not go to school or college.
Yeah.
And I figured that I'd rather get paid for my education, but I knew that I could provide a quality product, for that return in people's investment in me.
I like that.
And so
Can you peel the onion back just a little bit more
Yeah.
for our viewers? Because I think there perhaps are some listeners right now who are embarking on the same journey that you have with offering a product or service that will operate out of someone's home.
right.
Can you talk a little bit more about the importance of having liability insurance in the event?
Come on.
Just happened to my mother-in-law not too long ago. Someone was doing some electrician work in the attic,
Yeah.
and then she heard a boom, and then she looked up. Dude's leg was dangling.
Yeah.
So let's
Thank
talk-
goodness he didn't come all the way down.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
You got a man out there in the field and you're not covered, and unfortunately it happens. Accidents happen, but it wasn't my firm. I don't know whose firm he was with, but he fell 2 stories down through the attic. In the attic it looks like you're fine until you get through
Yeah.
this problem. So it is very important to make sure that you got coverage for whatever business you're in practice with. If you have members inside your office, or members driving, or members inside clients' homes, and then protecting yourself in case for some reason you have an employee that is not happy with you long term. You need to protect yourself in all those cases. But I figured it out by asking dumb questions, or what I thought were dumb questions.
Turn out to be a brilliant question. Sounds like.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't ask, how are you going to
know.
find out? So there are no dumb questions. Just get over the I'm embarrassed part and ask.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we all were there at one point in life. We
Still
all
there.
had to find out. Yeah, there's still things we don't know, even in our own industry, because we're constantly growing. So talk about that light bulb moment.
Yeah.
You're doing these installs. Things are you're learning these things. What was that moment when you said, you know what? I could build an empire from this.
Well, I'm still working on the whole empire aspect
Aren't
of
we all?
things. It's a complete entrepreneurship is an ongoing test learn, practice. Design thinking all the time,
Yeah.
and so. I've had a couple of light bulbs go on, and we've had a lot of successes in expanding, the solutions that we provide, marketing at what was available at the time. Word of mouth was always very impactful for us. Today, different story. I mean, still word of mouth, but you actually got a tool, called the internet. We'll get into that. But, back in the day, it was just building relationships and things of that nature. And expanding our product selection and offering what we had available to us best of class, for the clients and providing good quality service. When I saw that clients really respected the service, that's whenever things really started to change for us.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
And we sell service,
That's
not
it.
the box.
Come on, you better speak that. And sometimes when you're pushing service first, it makes the customer feel like they're exclusive. And speaking of exclusivity, we got some exclusive stuff for you right here at the Sphere. And we're talking about our Sphere exclusive team. So if you're looking for exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else, then look no further than our Sphere exclusives only found on Patreon. We've got some behind the scenes shots that are happening daily right here in the Sphere podcast studios. Plus, each show on the network is curating their own exclusive content that's only delivered to our Patreon subscribers. And guess what? For those same subscribers, we have our Discord servers that give you the show from start to finish every single day. Guess what you got to do, folks? You got to go over to thesphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. Grab one of our $2, $5, or $8 tiers so you can get access to all this exclusive content that's loaded up right here at the Sphere. You saw how I did that, KG? I slid that right to you.
Cool. It was real cool.
I
And then I
slid
did
that
a
right to
little
you.
pivot.
See if you're going to do it twice.
Y'all been doing this for a while. I
Let me
like
pivot.
it.
I
Just having fun.
can't be mixing up my ass.
It kept messing you up over there.
Like, this is sponsored by Patreon.
And I was like, wait a minute. I just did that. Patreon. But Facebook, we want to say thank y'all so much. Once again, we only go Facebook Live for the first 10, 15 minutes or so on the show. But you got to go subscribe to get the rest of this, because we've got to talk to JJ about a lot of in-depth things about some of the rinse and repeat stuff. We're going to talk about what he's doing
Yes.
outside of delivering these digital, delightful things he's delivering and all sorts of stuff. So head over to sphere.tv/Startup Masters. We got a few options for you. You can find us right there on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeart. We're even in your mama's kitchen on that Amazon Alexa. We're anywhere podcasts can be found. And while you're there, share the show out. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share with someone you know that wants to, know about entrepreneurship. And guess what? Maybe wants to get some insight on home electronic installation. So make sure you share that out. And at the same time, review us. Iron sharpens iron. So make sure you give us some reviews. Hit those stars, hit those likes, hit those dislikes. Let us know how we're doing so we can consistently build great quality and content for you. And last but not least, if you truly love what we're doing, sow a seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We got a couple of options. You could donate one time right on the website, or as we mentioned earlier, join our Patreon family. Get some exclusive goodies by hitting that Patreon button. So, show's not ending, folks, but make sure you subscribe right here at the Sphere. Let's keep this party going, JJ. Let's talk about today, because we talked about the importance of selling service, not a box. When people come to Digital Delight, from a customer's perspective, what can they expect from you all?
So what we like to do, our approach is listening. And that's a lot, whenever we provide other things.
It's huge.
And it's a lot to focus on instead of always trying to have the answer. Listen to what the client's needs are. And for us, a lot of the time, it's security and wanting to find something that's affordable, easy to use. Is usually what they're looking for, and so we provide them with security solutions of things that we find to be reliable and something that they're familiar with, and so that's how we go about that.
I like that, and I wouldn't. And when I first think of home automation, anything in a home, I'm not necessarily thinking about security
Right.
first, right? So it's so interesting to hear that. I would think about people wanting to find ways to be more efficient around the home, ease of living, not, hey, I need cameras here, here, and here. Hey, I need to make sure.
Well, I'm not quite talking about cameras.
Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, I'm thinking security. I'm
Unbox
thinking
this, JJ.
So I'm talking more about like lighting control.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be nice for every night that your family arrives to be home, that it's not dark outside?
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You better sell that.
Wouldn't it be nice that you can walk into your home and verbally communicate a command, an action to take place?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times clients are telling us these different problems, and I'm trying to equate what can I do that might be a little bit unique,
Sure.
but keep it within an affordable package that with manufacturers that they're made aware of. We try to collaborate with manufacturers that have a lot of invested interest in the end user. Like if I go to a client with a particular product like a Sonos or a Hios or audio stream, they usually choose the one that they are more familiar with.
Sure.
And so we build and guide clients down products that they already have maybe an unconscious awareness of,
Okay.
and design and build accordingly towards that.
Well, and just to continue to peel this
Yeah.
onion back, because now I'm curious, right?
Right.
So how does this work for you? Like, are you the authorized retailer through other manufacturers, or is this your personal equipment? How does this work? Because I'm thinking in my personal, like, everybody goes to what they're doing, right? And my provider provides the ability for the lights to come on at a certain time. We just set it, right? And it
Right.
happens, and it's all connected. I can dictate what's going on in my house through my phone.
Right.
So how talk to us a little bit more about that experience, because I feel like that's the difference maker with Digital Delight.
So we provide the service of smart home technology.
Okay.
A lot of the products that we provide are DIY products.
Okay. Okay.
Products that clients are familiar with, like we call them Knowles. On the Digital Ramble show, we had just finished a series on Knowles, which is an acronym for us is our top 5 manufacturers: Nest, Ubiquiti, Eero, Logitech, Lutron, and Sonos. And if you stay within that ecosystem, there is a guarantee that they will work reliably to them. And regardless of what your current need is, if you'd like to expand to any additional parameters that those solutions might accompany, then you're safe. And so we provide that direction of if Wi-Fi is important for you, then if you start with this product, then as your family expands, and you can add on to with other particular products within that family.
I like
Got
that.
it.
I like that. So let's do this. Let's step away from Digital Delight.
All right.
What do you use at home? What's your products of
I
choice?
use all the Knowles.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have some favorites?
Well, we have the Nest thermostat. I have the Lutron Caseta lighting control. I have the Sonos whole house audio system.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Alexa Show and an Alexa Dot for our voice control.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked up one of those new Samsung frame televisions, which are absolutely ridiculous. So whenever you turn it off, it displays artwork,
Nice.
and it comes preloaded with a bunch of different types of art. I like art.
You fancy.
I haven't had I know I'm in the tech business, but I haven't had a TV for like 2 years.
Nah, hey,
Don't
you
tell
Like
better
in the
than-
entire house? Wow. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
I access my content when I want, what I want to watch, wherever I want to watch it
I hear that.
Through the phone.
through the phone. And this has been so impactful to our business,
Mhm.
and as well as us personally. In my house, this is a tool. It's not a toy. It's very well defined as that. And if I can educate my daughters on how to use this tool to communicate with people, then I think they'll be ready for success as things change. But yeah, at the house, it's all the Mills.
Okay.
Little Philips Hue thrown in there.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Eero Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I hear that.
we're-
So, staying on this same train of thought, what does life look like outside of work? What are you doing, to kind of stay in that creative bubble that you want to be in, to be the best you when it is time to put the work hat on? Like, what's your rituals look like?
So outside of work, I'm really involved with my family.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I are really invested in our family structure and our children's upbringing. And so any time off, during the week, it's work. It's like 7 to 8.
Yeah.
Every day it's minimum 12 hours a day, on the business, whether it's running Digital Delight, a couple of different other organizations that I work with, or some other startups that I'm doing. But it's with the family whenever I'm off. And that's, we go to the museum, we like to play volleyball and go to the beach and stuff like that. But
Nice.
yeah, ride bikes, that kind of stuff.
Nothing wrong with that family time.
And
Love family
it
time.
helps me be creative. And stay grounded.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it true that for creatives, when we move away from work and we sow back into self, that's often the moments that we get some of our best inspiration and ideas.
Yeah.
When I'm running, I'm all kind of stuff. I'm pulling out my
Pull out
phone,
the phone,
trying to
right.
run, taking notes because there's so much coming through my head. I'm so much clearer
Yeah.
than when I'm in the grind of the standard 9 to 5 or 5 to 9.
Right.
So it feels good. When you're doing this, just give me a moment or a glimpse of something that is always a constant every day, every week in your life. Something that you're gonna do. This is gonna happen for sure every day or every week. Is it riding a bike? Is it sitting, with your daughters doing something specific? Do you have a ritual that happens?
Oh, man, I wish I did. I do take my daughters to school every morning.
Oh, was it say that's something? Yeah.
And so I guess I haven't quite looked at it as a ritual, but I thoroughly enjoy spending that
Yeah.
time with them, because sometimes in the evenings I'm not able to get home at night, but definitely in the mornings I get out for that.
That's dope.
Something that I do on the daily basis that's more family related,
Or it could be JJ related.
Yeah.
Like,
JJ
what's
related.
JJ doing to pour into himself so he
Oh,
can
my
get his
goodness.
armor on so he can go
I-
out and tackle his day?
I tell you what, I communicate with a lot of people around the world in our industry, bouncing ideas off of successes and failures that we see and that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I take nuggets of that, of their different formulas, and I create my own formula to try to make my business operate. I really get a large enjoyment out of communicating with people and trying to create new ideas. And in my industry, I feel that I am so different than everybody else. We decided in our business to change how we engineer and design systems, and so in doing that, we've been getting a lot of positive, tremendous feedback from different dealers, from obviously our clientele, but also from manufacturers. And so on my daily during the week, I thoroughly enjoy communicating, coming up with new ideas and implementing them and seeing if we can start something
Come
cool.
on, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
At all.
New ideas, birth new industries, and it's a cyclic effect, man. The more we think about stuff, we implement trial and error, and then we continue to implement
That's
trial
it.
and error, continue to implement and providing services for everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we call it test learn.
I like that.
Yeah.
Test learn.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tesla.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
Another test learn is making sure that we look good, right? Like
Right.
you over here branded. You
I-
got the hat on.
I
you,
try.
You got the shirt on.
This was an accident.
It was a good accident.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then, branding really equates to marketing. It just so happens that this portion of the show is sponsored by our good friends over at Edwards Media Solutions.
Yo.
Do you want marketing that works for you? Do you want to be able to easily see how your business is growing month over month? Edwards Media Solutions can deliver smart marketing built around your business goals. We've taken the guesswork out of marketing. You can deliver easily trackable results that will help you achieve real growth. Call us today at 832-304-5757 or visit our website at www.edwardsmediasolutions.com. That's edwardsmediasolutions.com. Tell them that the Sphere sent you.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to Misha over on Discord. She says she loves the Nest. And I'm sure the Nest loves you as long as you got it set right.
And know how to set it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, why in the middle of the night is it so hot in here?
The Nest. They didn't went to the little green leaf on you. It went eco mode. You catching up with your eco points.
I was like, I'm not here for those eco points. I'm not here for the sweat.
You look cool. I get it. I get it. I totally understand
Oh,
that.
man. So, JJ, you talked a little bit about you're talking to people all over the world. I want to dive a little deeper in terms of creating those juices that are flowing, your creativity.
Yeah.
What do you have on rinse and repeat that allows you to be effective and efficient in your day-to-day? So we talked about rituals, but from a business standpoint, how are you effective and efficient?
Process.
Yeah.
You got to get your process dialed in, and software.
Talk about it.
Software is king, and if you got the right software, and sometimes you have to manipulate it in a different way than what it was designed. But if you have the right software, you train your team on it. It really allows you to do more with less. And my whole business is kind of based around the less is more philosophy in the sense. But yeah, software is huge, and having my team implemented on a regular basis frees up a tremendous amount of time for us. We used to use more traditional software in the past and kind of got away with it.
What are you using now?
Yeah, no, I was going to ask the same thing. Are you free to disclose some of the software you
absolutely. And so I use a video walkie-talkie app that my team also uses out in the field, and so we can instantly communicate back and forth and visually see and understand what is going on, what has been accomplished, what needs to be taken care of. My back office also uses a software called Portal.io, which is very audio video specific for dealers like myself, and allows us to generate proposals very, very quickly with videos to set clientele expectations and put links and descriptions and things like that in place. And then also I streamlined how we are actually doing our books and our management and collaborating with our bookkeepers and coordinating with more of a spreadsheet style than your traditional QuickBooks.
Okay.
I let them handle it. That was such a challenge.
What was the name of that one? The one for your bookkeepers?
Well, it's my bookkeepers. They're going to kill me.
Hit me
DAS.
all
Yes,
oh.
it's DAS. DAS.
DAS?
Yeah, that's my bookkeepers. You can find them on Instagram.
Cool. Nice little plug there.
So.
Nice little plug. Surely they like that. I want to, in speaking about software and hardware, or hardware specifically, as we transition away from software, do you find that there are particular hardware vendors that work well for the back office, things that are tried and true for you all that you prefer to use over others? And I noticed there is this an iPhone on the table?
No, sir. That's Android.
That's an Android?
It's
Okay.
a jacked up crap.
It's okay. But do you
Well used.
do you find particular pieces of hardware that work well in your business that either pair great with software or things that you all love?
To be honest with you, I look for software that pairs well with all kinds of hardware.
Okay.
You know, because you can't really control this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my team utilizes their own personal cellular devices for communication back and forth, and so I need to make sure that I have a software that is pretty flexible.
Work on
with
all
it.
platforms. So it's not you don't mandate, you got to be in Team Android, Team iPhone. You have to run a Linux box for this, or you got to use Macs for that.
I used to have a server, and that son of a gun crashed after 10 years, and I threw everything up in the cloud.
Makes sense.
And completely relieve that stress of, well, is my server working, or why am I not communicating? So that was one thing that I kind of took out of the equation and put things more. If we could, and also we went paperless as we possibly can go.
Sure.
You know, we like to make that change too.
When it's good for the whole
for the
for the whole
ecosystem.
ecosystem.
Yeah. Is there a particular
It's good for my office.
I hear that. Is there a particular cloud-based platform that you prefer over any other?
So like Portal offers their own
Okay.
personal cloud-based, and then of course all the manufacturers that we use. Logitech, they have a fantastic dealer portal that allows us to use input all of our clients' accounts, so that if there needs to be any adjustments made, we can do that either on our cellular device or on our PCs back at the office, and having that quick access and quick solution for the clients makes it very powerful tool.
Agreed.
And as far as laptops, standard laptops, printers, nothing super duper fancy. It's about the software.
Okay. Cool beans. Well, we always like to dive a little deeper in the nuts and bolts, the mechanics of business, because a lot of times people are using things that could be beneficial to others, and we're not always aware. Like Portal, for instance. I'm sure there's somebody out right now that's listening to this on SoundCloud that may be in a similar space or thinking about it and never heard of Portal.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a value add for them. So thank you so much for sharing. I want to pivot a little bit because obviously now if I was a customer, I know what to expect from you.
Right.
But what I'd like to know as a customer and repeat customer, what does Digital Delight look like in the year 2030, 2040?
Yeah.
What kind of ideas do you have rolling around under that beautiful hat?
Yeah, thanks. We're doing a lot of different types of things. There is possibly expansion in service packages more in a national format rather than just locally in Houston is a possibility for us, to where it is Alexa voice control based rather than call up somebody. It might also be some type of video-based service as well that could help, but still service-based. Can't really control what the next product's going to be.
Sure.
And that's one reason we switched our business, is because tomorrow the markets might say, I like that box now instead of that box, and I've got to be able to shift along with it.
Yeah.
Customer service, management, whatever the newer product that might be coming out on the market is definitely, and the market is actually asking for it. That's something that we'll be testing and seeing if we can implement it into our smart home solutions.
Okay.
It's tough. It's a tough business. I just know that I have to build my business in a way that if the box changes, I can survive. And that's why I have no control over the box. None. So how do you survive as a service-based business? Well, you sell service, and whatever that box is, you do the best job you can to service that box.
I like that.
Yeah. And things are really going as less is more, with all the ARC and CEC, control of televisions and things like that. Truly, it is a less is more environment that we're seeing.
And when you say that, and now I'm gonna flip my hat a little bit from podcast host to more network engineer, because that's where I'm at, behind the scenes. What we're seeing is configurations are becoming way more simplistic now than what they used to be. I remember coding things in strictly command line, and that was the industry standard. Where now, from your big boys on down, it's all about an intuitive, simplistic web interface. Would you say you've seen the same from Control 4 and Crestron and things like that to where you're at today?
Night and day. So I'll tell a little story. I was the top dealer for a highly engineered control system. Took a lot of time, cost a lot of money, a lot of wires, a lot of pain and support, right? And I had a client that called me up and said that her brother-in-law had purchased a new remote, and I was like, "You don't want that remote." No, it was Logitech. Like, you don't want that. Oh, JJ, please, you're fantastic. Come out, you can figure it out. I'd never programmed a Logitech remote in my life. In the highly engineered job, sometimes to program just a simple setup would take an hour. Well, no, way more than that. 4 or 5 hours. Because you have to put everything in place. It's custom,
Yeah.
right? Logitech. I'm driving over there thinking of all the pain that I've had with other programs and things like that. How am I going to find the? Anyways, I got it all set up. I figured out how to do the program. Took me 30 minutes. So time is huge for us. If I can figure out a way to save time.
Mm-hmm.
This past week, we installed a system that we sold a very affordable control system for. But prior to setting it up, we realized that with CEC and voice control and then ARC back to the amp, you could just use the manufacturer's remote. No more programming. and so it's
Pot of
like
gold.
you cannot control the box.
Yeah.
You can control service. So now it's like seriously less is more, and you start looking for other solutions that you can provide or shift or get into other. For me, it's big in social media. I really want to build a shop that people hear my content and say, that guy knows what he's talking about. Let me buy that product, and be more of a, or influence people to start maybe using the products that I use to help their clients.
I like that.
So
Be
finding
influence.
other ways of revenue, always seeking, always learning, never get comfortable, or you'll wake up wondering, where's my cheese?
Come on. And that's a great book for those that are unaware.
Please go
Great
read
book.
it. And if you read it before, read it again. Oh, that was so good. Something else that should also evolve and change is our swag and our attire. Perhaps. And it just so happens that this portion of the show is sponsored by our good friends over at Session Boutique. Fashion is an expression. Beauty is art. Define who you are and simply be is our vision at Session Boutique. We believe our customers deserve the best experience. Therefore, we are committed to delivering only the top quality of clothing for you to choose from. Do you have a special event coming up? Are you planning a birthday party and need that perfect diva dress? At Session Boutique, we offer wardrobe styling, fashion makeovers, and so much more. Go online today to book your free, free consultation at www.shopsessionboutique.com. That's shopsessionboutique.com. Tell them the Sphere sent you. You know what to do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. JJ,
Yes, sir.
you have definitely dropped a lot of gems and really given us a full glimpse of how Digital Delight has come to be what it is and the customer-centric, service-oriented focus of starting with the listen so that
Right.
you can provide the need.
That's it.
Right? Come on.
That's it.
That's a
That's a
gem in
gem.
itself.
That's my gem for the
Starting with
recap.
the listen. But we've got one final question for you at this table
All right.
that we'd like to hit you with. You ready?
All right.
All right. So
The bonus question.
the
is it.
bonus. Let's work our way backwards from installation to installation, setup, home control, everything that you've built, done, mastered, from all the connects that you've made through Cedia and having conversations and built solutions and ran through the test learn scenario thousands of times. You've put in those 10,000 hours all the way back to 1999 when you're marrying this beautiful wife and you're saying, you know what, Radio Shack, can I be your installer?
Yeah.
You know what, Bose? Can I set up someone's home product? Can I do those things? Taking you back to that moment. We leave you with all the knowledge that you've gathered up until today, and we slide you some seed money.
All right.
What would you implement in the Digital Delight this time around that you did not implement the first time?
Whew. Networking.
Talk about it.
Networking.
Expound on that, good sir.
You gotta know people. It really is about who you know and communicating and being comfortable knowing that you don't know everything because the person you're talking to don't know everything. Even though you think they do, they might know a lot. But yeah, man, I would invest a lot more in networking and communicating and not trying to be so, I don't know, tunnel vision. I found that once I finally got outside of my own personal space and comfort zone that really I started to see some growth, and that was participating in memberships and events. Really, the impact was with communicating with other dealers. I thought that I was alone. I was on an island. Like I was the only one failing. And until I started talking to people, I was like, wait a minute, you got some problems? you got problems?
You too?
Yeah. What'd you do about that? Because I got them problems too. And so there was a lot of struggle for me for a good 12 years or so until I finally started going, and investing a lot more time in just communicating regardless of how naive my questions might be or my statements might be. And, I remember starting to post on Facebook for the first time and just like, you got this fright, and man, you just got to hit send, and who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's you. So be you and be real. But yeah, man, if I had a little bit of seed money, I could do it again. I'd probably communicate with a lot more people, marketing a lot more as well. I'd everything that I do now is all focused on marketing and branding and creating awareness. We're behind, but so far ahead. That my industry is just like, what is going on over there? And scratching their head, and I'm excited to be way out in front. I'm going to continue. Yeah, we're doing a lot of cool stuff in our industry. Digital Delight is.
I love that, man. And it's because you're doing cool stuff. It's because you've learned the art and purpose and reason to network. It's because you are customer-centric first that we would like to officially coin you a startup master.
Hey.
So let anyone at the sound of our voice, anyone that's watching this right now, let them know where they can reach you, contact you, shoot a smoke signal your way, come to the office. How do they get a hold of JJ Cannon at Digital Delight?
Do y'all have do I scream out like Braveheart? I'm a startup master.
You could. That would be dope.
All right, we'll save it for next time. All right, if you want to reach out and find us, you can do that at digitaldelight.com. You can check out our shop because it's super cool. It's digitaldelight.com/shop. Also on Instagram and YouTube at Digital Delight 1. And then where else? Facebook, Digital Delight TX. I wish I had them all the same, but I was a little bit late on that. But you can find us. And Google, I am all over Google. So just Google us up at Digital Delight, and you'll find us. If you can't find us, you ain't trying. I'll tell you that.
You ain't trying. Well, JJ, once again, thank you so much, sir. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate y'all having me on.
Of course.
This is fun.
Of course. I was supposed to be.
Y'all just educated me on how to do a righteous podcast.
And KG, where can the good people reach you at, my dear?
Good people, you can follow me across all social media platforms. My YouTubers, IG, LinkedIn, my book, KLGpassion.com. What about you, G?
And of course, anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. You got any questions about what we do here at the show? Shoot us an email, startupmasters@thesphere.tv, or hit us across any social media platform at The Sphere TV. Use our coveted hashtag StartupMasters, and we will get back with you. This has been another one great episode. We will see you all next time, folks. Peace.